It's now my pleasure to introduce you to tonight's student speaker, Titus Kariuki. Titus is a senior studying mathematics. He is Kenyan native, vice president for the National Society of Black Engineers. While studying at UW, he partook in EOP, LSAMP, IC, the EAC, and Avella. When he graduates, he aspires to work as a consultant and also has ambitions to be an entrepreneur. Please join me in welcoming the 2022 Dr. Millie Russell Scholar, Titus Kariuki, to the stage.
Okay, good evening, everybody. Before I commence, I really want to extend my gratitude to you all for attending today's event. It's really life-changing. It's really heart-touching. And thanks to the EOP, thanks to my fellow scholarship recipients, recognition scholars, to the rest of the merit scholars as well. Our love goes to you all. And also whoever brought the food, we really appreciate that. And it'd be totally selfish for me if I didn't mention these guys over here, chapter 5. So, yeah, so once again, thanks everybody. And now to start my speech. So, I am Titus Kariuki, a mathematics senior at the University of Washington. I'm natively Kenyan, a proud Catholic, and a natural optimist. I started college back in 2018 at Highland College, where I pursued a computer science degree. I then switched to mathematics and thus transferred to the University of Washington in 2020. My professional plans include venturing into technology or finance career, or also fintech, financial technology, and work as either a tech consultant, a business analyst, or a project manager. I wish to acknowledge everyone who's contributed part and parcel to my journey, culminating up to now. First and foremost, I want to thank God, because without him, I am assuredly nothing. Secondly, I dearly want to thank my family for their infinite love and support, and for always being there for me when I couldn't be there for myself. My mom, my sister, and I can't forget all my friends here at UW and college, whose company I sincerely appreciate. Third, with a great heart, I recognize NSBE, the National Society of Black Engineers. My fellow board members, my wonderful advisors, and most importantly, the people who privileged me to serve as their vice president this year. And then there are the OMED programs. There's LSAMP, and then there's a EOP, and with great gratitude is where I met my advisor, John, who advised me of this scholarship, and because of that, I'm greatly appreciative that I'm giving the speech today. To them all, I'm eternally grateful for that. Attending this scholarship is a personal milestone, not for its monetary benefits, but as evidence of my growth as a Husky. If you told me 2 years ago that I would become a legacy scholar and address a humongous crowd emerging from the other side of a pandemic, I would not have believed a word of it. The honor of being endowed a Dr. Millie Russell Scholar isn't worth taking for granted. While I never knew her personally, I learned that Dr. Russell was deeply beloved by her students, her friends, and her colleagues. And I am touched by the commonalities we share, both in spirit and in character. The Seattle Times describes the late Dr. Russell as a trailblazer whose mission for change is her legacy because of all the things she did and all the people she touched. And one lesson we can all learn from her life well lived is to abandon the things that derail us from achieving our legacies while here on this earth. And what are those things? Fear, hopelessness, and self-doubt. Abandon them all. Kariuki, my surname, or my last name, means the reincarnated one, or the resurrected one. And because of that, I like to think that I share the best of Dr. Russell and carry her life impact with me. For example, I share Dr. Russell's idealism of positivity and change. And thus, I shall resume from where she left off. To the late Dr. Millie Russell and her family, thank you. To conclude, I have some advice to share that I pray we may all ponder upon moving forward. First, the journey and the destination are equally important. The destination is the ultimate pinnacle of achievement, and the journey dictates the how. Without a destination, there's no metric at all by which we can accord the journey. And without a journey, all destinations, no matter how great they are, become futile. Find the balance in between and enjoy both. Also, acknowledge that new situations will always arise in life, causing a repetitive cycle of new journeys and destinations. And all that, at the end of things, create life. 2, go ahead, dream big, and challenge all your limits, because that's where the fun is. My folk at Nesby know me as the GOAT. And while that has a humorous connotation to it, it also has a mindset of its own behind it. Because by the virtue of being the greatest of all time, one's mindset instantly elevates to doing the unimaginable. Steve Jobs, Nelson Mandela, Mother Teresa, they're all GOATs of their own kind in their own disciplines. But fundamentally, they're not as much different as we are. Everybody, I believe, is a GOAT at something. And whatever it is, excel at it. It might take time, yes, but when you find it, go for it. Keep it, love it, dream it, and leave it. So my advice for today, be a goat. And do amazing goat things. That way, life becomes worth living. Lastly, is a deep lesson on humility. We can never be too important in life, especially when we realize how tiny we are in the wake of life's inevitabilities. No matter what our socioeconomic standing, our intellect, we're always tiny at the grand scope of things for when life goes south. But that's where humility kicks in. And because of that, go with the mindset knowing that you can be great enough to achieve great things and set limits for what you know you can achieve. But also be humble enough to acknowledge, to accept, and to appreciate the lesson for when life decides to sway in the other direction. God bless you all.